Warning, this video contains opinions about ARK the Animated Series and the Explorer Notes found within ASE and ASA. If you cannot handle hearing the opinions of someone who may disagree with you on aspects of ARK, please click off the video and go outside. Thank you. The animation for the show is usually quite good, but this shot feels really off.
I know you're worried, but this is important, and I want so much more for you.
I appreciate Helena's mom's dedication for fighting for what's right, even if it's a losing battle. But honestly, bringing your kid to a protest that could, and did, end violently is probably not the best idea. But to give Deborah some props, the moment it does get dangerous, she gets Helena right on out of there. Trudons. Here we have the only creature design for the ARK show that I don't actually like. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that it's so big, or maybe that it's muscular, but something about the saber-tooth just doesn't sit right with me. Holy shit, Mayan is kind of a badass.
Fireworks.
So, funny story. Back when ARK first came out in 2015, some of the devs, you could actually add them on Steam, and they would answer DMs. And I took kind of advantage of this, and I would constantly be DMing the devs. And one day I asked one of them, hey, have you guys considered adding a giant centipede to the game? And they said, that's a pretty cool idea. So I know for a fact it's probably not the case, but I'm going to be taking credit for Arthur Plurs being in ARK.
When I bring Nerva down, he'll be choking on his own blood with my spear sunk to the hilt in his throat.
Damn, Mayan is still kind of a badass.
Mayan is a bitch who killed an otter.
The only thing worse than one trilobite is 100,000 of them.
Life is for living, Helena. And while my heart beats, I will fight. And to you, it may seem like a losing fight, but a battle can turn when you least expect it.
Interesting tidbit here, as with psychology, Helena seems to marry her mother almost. Victoria and her mother share a lot of similarities in being people who actively want to make the world better at the expense of themselves and loved ones. Just an interesting tidbit. Thanks, Freud.
Ready to go?
I'm gonna be honest, Helena, this is kind of creepy.
It's possible.
Me when I spread misinformation on the internet. I'm gonna be honest, this whole section fucking sucks. Not because of what they're saying, or because the story's bad or whatever, but because I think I hate caves now. If I was in this situation, I would die in this cave. Holy shit.
I wasn't a fighter. In my time.
This moment feels kinda weird. I feel like originally they were planning on setting up a flashback here, but maybe it got cut due to time constraints or something. It just doesn't really fit. Something's weird about it. The bats look really good. Their design is a great translation from the game. I don't think Mayan appreciates Helena taking the artifact back.
The same object, in a new shape, for a new purpose.
A wise scholar indeed.
This turning out to be the artifact of the pack was a really, really cool reveal.
Spiders. I hate spiders.
Oh, look at the tiny Oranios.
It's like some kind of operating system or an interface. Mayan?
In this shot, you can see the Broodmother hologram slowly taking form.
A trap.
The Broodmother looks awesome in the show. I really can't wait to see the other bosses, especially the dragon.
Why is the Broodmother bitch slapping everyone? This is awesome!
I think it's funny how the Oranio, a creature with a admittedly terrible design in-game, doesn't actually look that bad when translated to animation. Seeing how much the spiders in the show cannibalize each other, that made me wonder, are any real-life spiders cannibals? And yes, actually. Juvenile redback spiders apparently cannibalize their siblings sometimes. And funny enough, redback spiders are native to Australia, where Helena's from.
Why did it have to be spiders?
Ooh, I think Mayan likes Helena.
Why did it have to be spiders?
Lots of these cheeky buggers where I come from. Though, they're not usually this big.
Helena is kind of telling the truth. Australian spiders are actually bigger than the Broodmother.
We briefly see the map of the entire island from the Broodmother's hologram. It's very noticeably not the same island, with some similarities to the game. Red Obby is on its own island, Blue Obby is on a snowy mountain as tradition, and Green Ob is just sort of in the middle of the jungle. It's noticeably different, but has some similarities. After Helena and Mayan defeat the Broodmother, you can see the corner of their implant lights up green and stays green through the cloth and armor. This is likely going to stay like this, and when the Megapithecus and Dragon are beaten, the other corners will turn blue and red respectively.
Helena is dead. Hey, here we have some Archaeopteryx.
Speaking of things that are green,
I really like how the green obelisk activates when they kill the Broodmother.
The gigantic glowing obelisk didn't help conceal you, if you're wondering. You got a lot of grit showing your face around here again, Mayan.
And we have the introduction of my favorite new character for the series, John or Thunder Comes Charging. And no, I do not think this is John Dakea. They never call him John Dakea, and he really shares no similarities with the guy. So until Jeremy Wildcard himself comes out and says that this is John Dakea, I'm just going to assume he's a completely new character. And there we have it. That's episode 2 of ARK the Animated Series. I definitely didn't have as much to say about this episode than the first, but that doesn't mean the episode's bad or anything. But it definitely isn't my favorite. I love how the episode explores the mysteries of the ARK, something that we don't really see much more of in part 1. I really enjoyed Mayan's introduction into the show, because similarly to Nerva, she was never really my favorite character in the Explorer notes, so I'm glad to see I like her more now in the show. My only real complaint with the episode is I wasn't really a big fan of how they chose to kill the Broodmother. Making the other spiders cannibalize it is creative, I'll give them that, but I don't know, it's just not really what I wanted to see personally. Once again, I want to thank Blockbeam for helping me find some of the details we discussed, and for him appearing in the video. His channel will of course be linked in the description, and I will see you all for episode 3, which, if I'm honest, is probably going to be the shortest episode because I don't have a lot to say about it.